Welcome to Storm Swords. This is Group 2, Round 2. It's going to be a game between Morse Tour XP, what's the last, and their name, Mia, versus Break the Nexus, and I'm joined by Miyagas, who is team captain of Suicide Solution, up in Group 1.
What's up, guys?
So yeah, we're going to have a Haunted Mines out here. This is a map choice by Break the Nexus, so love to see it back, and we're going to have, in fact, Morse Tour, the blue team on the left. I'll introduce them. We're going to have Botto playing that Reyna, Nymphalis on the, I believe on the Sylvanas. We've got Guidice on the Johanna, weird name there. Sempiternal on that Karazim, and finally we're going to have Tassadar playing Krios in that top lane.
And on the other side, we have Breaking the Nexus. I'm Jebus, the team captain on Arthas. Phoenix Teki on Sagara. Jax on the Thrall. Keluna on Lieutenant Morales, and Wingy on Vala.
Yeah, I've been calling her Winge. It's just been...
Winge.
Yeah, so we've got a 4v4 down the bottom lane. Zagara versus Tassadar on top. Pretty standard. I mean, not that we've seen Haunted Mines in a long time, but we're going to have the Arthas take a lot of right-click damage from that Reyna. He'll have to back himself up. Morales just doing so much healing.
Meanwhile, in the top lane, the Tassadar gets his E forced out a bit already by the Sagara.
Oh, yeah. So, interesting.
It is really heavy to lane it against the Sagara.
Oh yeah, I mean the Hydra's coming out all the time. Now you mentioned just before we start this, because this is a replay cast. Sylvanas and Tassadar got given up by Break the Nexus to Morse Tour.
Really surprised by that, because they're actually household picks on this map. Tassadar with his constant shielding on the structures. You pretty much cannot. You pretty much cannot go with any push anywhere on the map when the Tassadar is there, and the Sylvanas.
With the right talents, a Tassadar can stop a boss doing damage to towers that is below 30 skulls.
And the Sylvanas as well with a black auras allows the team just to constantly push and push and push.
Yeah. So this first set of mines going to be opening up any second now. 10 seconds left on that timer, just about, and Zagara's done decent push in this top lane, taking off all the ammo of that top tower, but this 4v4 in the bottom, kind of not really much. Both teams, butting heads, and
also forcing the Tassadar back with breaking Nexus, a little bit of a XP advantage here.
Yeah, we're going to have the Karazim though get hit by that Thrall stun, rooted out, and yeah, transitions down into the mine as all of Break the Nexus go through. Johanna being unstoppable, getting body blocked away from the entrance there. Going to end up falling just about to all of this, so Johanna going to be the first blood.
The Sylvanas surviving closely against the Sagara, being really split off there from team fight.
Yeah, she's just going to back off, not even sticking around to take any skulls.
That's pretty much unless Morse Tour decides to go a bit deeper into this free mine for
Break the Nexus.
For breaking the Nexus.
Yeah, and the Vala barely survived versus the Reyna. She didn't have any mana to vault away, so it was pretty lucky that the Reyna used his penetrating round to give her that escape almost. Almost killed her, but it was enough. And we're going to have, as you said, the majority of the skulls so far of these small camps going the way of Break the Nexus. Tassadar walking his way into 3 people, having to phase his way out.
Yeah. Shouldn't have any problems to clean up the rest as well. Oh, the Sylvanas being out of position there. Closely gets out of the mines again though.
Yeah, and we're going to have this engagement now happening. The Johanna going in really good condemn, landing on the Thrall and the Arthas, both melees. Another missed Howling Blast. Doesn't really matter because Botto on that range does so much damage with those right clicks. Being slowed down now, they're actually going all in on him. He gets a really good penetrating round off on 3, and we're still seeing Morse to a retreat. Oh, Botto taking damage.
Oh. If they just go to the left side right now, they might get some pickoffs here.
Yeah, the Thrall comes through and they clean up that Tassadar. The Johanna staying too long as well. She just got sandwiched between the two. I think I'm a couple seconds ahead of you, so I'm just going to pause very briefly and quickly resume the action there. So, as you say, 54 skulls already in favour of Break the Nexus, and they're going to get the Golem.
Yep. Should be pretty easy from them, since Morse Tour actually prefers to go for the for the easy camp, for the siege camp, and pushing out the top lane with the Sylvanas to get a little bit back in the XP regards.
Yeah, now taking this easy camp is a bit of a weird choice at this point, because obviously you don't want to take it until the boss moves on, but they should have just been going for the hard camp. Take those bruisers and then fall back, take the siege camp.
You see that they're currently delaying it as well to match it, the pattern that the camp is safely gonna hit the boss and helps the team push it.
And that's just when the boss is moving past the fort, or the boss will be up in the top.
Exactly.
It's just moving past that second fort, or rather the fort, because the other one's a keep. And yeah. It's good. It's good knowledge of the map. I mean, it's an old map, and not many people have played it in a while. But still, you know, these sorts of things stick with you. And in fact, we've got Break the Nexus. The Thrall went and did that. The easy camp doing
same thing on the other side. Just getting a bit mirrored here.
So zoom up just far enough to almost see both at the same time. Thrall takes theirs. Karazim's almost going to take his. So in the meantime, we've got a bit of a three-man defense happening with a three-man push.
Oh, the Arthas is a bit quite forward on here. No, actually didn't get punished for that there.
Yeah, he took some damage, but he wasn't punished enough, and he definitely should have been.
Let's see.
So
Tazza shields coming in.
Doing good defense here for both teams. They're all up against that golem in the bottom, but gonna have the Reyna transition up now to help defense. So it's gonna be a full 5-man defense from Morse Tour.
You could actually try to fight off this Morse Tour that is, and they actually decided to do so. No, they just keep their defensive posture and try to defend the golem here.
They do, I used to say, defensive posture, doing a lot of postulating. The Reyna's actually just he's focusing the golem, and so taking a lot of damage from the Vala, and she's just not getting punished at all.
Yep.
And we're going to have an amazing 3-man Howling Blast land on the Arthas, but
really nice,
Reyna's not going to quite fall to that. The Hydra does end up getting cleaned up. But this golem's still alive. They've taken the fort.
Meanwhile, in the bot lane, the golem of Morse Tour got sorted out as well, and
pushing with those siege
pushing with the siege camp together, which might get them the 2-level advantage. Exactly, it does.
Yeah, so they're, I mean, experience-wise, just under 2. It's maybe like 1 3/4 at this point. But they have that level 9. As you say, they are actually the 2 levels ahead, and Jux's maybe going to get caught out here.
Yeah.
Penetrating around whiffs, he's just going to be able to Wind Fury himself away.
Should be enough with the movement speed of his wind. What's it called? The
Wind Fury.
Wind Fury, exactly.
So, very low kills so far this game. 3 for 0 in favour of Break the Nexus, who end up taking the hard camp in mid. Non-contested. And, Reyna taking some damage. Be able to back himself away, and yeah. Morse Tour, they really just kind of need to focus on trying to recover this experience deficit, because this is a lot of the reason why many people don't like this map. It's the fact that regardless what position you find yourself in, if you just lose that first golem in the first mines, you're almost certainly going to be down in experience. You will not get 10 fast enough, and it's very snowbally in that regards. Now, I love the fact that the comebacks, because it's such a small 2-lane map, you can really have like these crazy comebacks, but don't tend to see it.
On the top lane, the Tassada is actually falling against the Vala. Got his face a bit forced way too early. So the Vala is picking up the kill here.
Yeah, Karazim's going to end up falling down here in the middle section as well. Just got rooted, and twice there, the Thrall and the Arthas doing what they need to. We see the heroics coming out now. Now we've got Army of the Dead for Arthas. I'm not too sure I like this. I would think I would have preferred Syndra Wosa.
Exactly. Just simply for the map choice here, you can disable structures as much as you want with Arthas. Just to transition the fights even deeper and push your XP lead even further.
Yeah, now this game I believe was done before the balance patch, so Syndra Wosa still had the correct low cooldown. It should in fact be lower, doing less damage, but been changed since this game's been played out. Now Jeeva's just in the middle of the team. He doesn't care. He's pops his arm in the dead, and this is a really good position to fight, because the Reyna's taking so much damage. He's going to fall before he goes. The good Devouring Maw coming down, locking away. Tassadar manages to get himself out, but Kazim's dead, as is the Johanna, who's locked down by that Maw, and Sylvanas trying to get herself out, but Vala's mounted up. She's going to find her, and this is probably a dead Sylvanas, the Haunting Wave.
Yep, unless she has a E. Yep.
It's oh no, there's a Sundering, and there she's dead.
And Sundering. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is yet another Mines won by Break the Nexus, and this will probably end up being game. We saw how powerful that Golem was straight away, and they get stronger as the game goes on. They don't scale quite as hard, so actually they're weaker in the kind of early game as far as health goes, but then they scale kind of slowly. So it means that the later they go on, if you're able to defend, you'll be okay. But 100 Skull Golem, when you don't have level 10 yet, is a big worry.
It is so hard to deal with. Right now, which kind of worries me is that Moss 2 is not abusing the Sylvanas push and the Tassadar shields to the slightest.
Yeah, they should absolutely just be shielding the buildings constantly.
Yep.
And the Savant, they could have taken this fort down in bottom quite happily. They knew they weren't going to get the mines. They could have just taken a fort somewhere.
At least making open the map up a bit more and try to keep catching up with the XP.
So we had the Blessed Shield come out from the Johanna there, stunning out the Arthurs and the Zagara. Zagara backed into the mines, able to get herself away, and then Morales came in just in time, saved Jeebus on that Arthurs. So well played there.
The Rain is actually chasing the Zagara through the mines. I don't know if it's a good idea right there.
And he's having to back off now, and he's Hearthstoning back. Defend up against this. Zagara, on lowish health, popped out the bottom mine entrance. Just clean up that 0 Skull Golem. As the 100 is taking a lot of damage actually up in this top lane. The Tassadar shields are actually doing some work, but it's really hard to land them on the gate when your entire team and a bunch of creeps are there. So shielding up this, they've got the Devouring Maw land on the Karazim, so no healing for a brief amount of time. But Jeebus taking a lot of focus damage to Sundering to cover his retreat, though, as he backed off the army. The dead healing coming out as well. Sylvanas Arrow Silence landing on 2.
Good cleaning up Sundering to get Jeebus out of the situation.
Yeah, the arrow put her in a bad position. Sylvanas ended up falling first. Karazim trying to save her. Getting himself dead. Tassadar barely getting out of there, Johanna. Body block's not enough, and that means this keep's going to fall in top.
Might even be the game if they decide to stick around here.
Yeah, but Vala's actually going to get picked up there. Nice little kind of recoup there. The Thrall going back in on that Tassadar might end up falling. No, his facial shift comes out off cooldown just in the nick of time. And full retreat. Full retreat from Break the Nexus here. Makes all sense. And their siege camp, which they ended up taking in bottom lane to defend up against the Golem, did just that and has actually started to push onto this this fort. So may end up taking this pretty soon.
And
about half health.
And with the Golem position now, Mostua is on a really heavy timer. Even if they are getting around a 50 golem, 50, 60, their core is in really heavy danger.
Yeah, I mean, they do have Mule on Tassadar, so they can recover any damage, but it does mean that they have to get basically even golems every time. They can slightly lose out, maybe even only getting like a 30 golem themselves, but they just have to focus all on defense, and then they can heal up. They just have to defend properly. They can still play this for the late game, but it's going to be hard, and we're going to have maybe a bit of a wraparound here. Engagement coming in from Break the Nexus. They want to close this out, come and take this fort and bottom. Really, really good Sundering, splitting up the team, and that means that Johanna may end up falling. Good Sylvanas Arrow on 3. But the Morales healing is just too much. The Vala strafing her way through. Good Devouring Maw landing on 2. And Karazim blinking himself away. Sylvanas with the Wailing, with the Haunting Wave, backing herself off as well. And just two, but it does mean that Break the Nexus secure this fort.
Yep, and soonish to be even level 16. They are around level 15 and a half, and they just can continue to push right now until the Johanna and the Raynor are back in the game.
Oh yeah, I mean they're 3 levels ahead at this point. They have a talent point advantage. They're going to have a 2 talent point lead, as they will hit 16 before Morse 2 hit 13. And this mine's coming up now. 20 seconds. Just going to retreat back off quite happily. 7 side strike coming down, doing decent damage to Jeebus as the Johanna is still following that up. The Thrall just moves straight through, does so much damage to the Raynor. The Adrenaline Rush pops off, but he's barely able to survive. Actually, that Give Me More really doing work. The Stim Drone on the Thrall is going to get stunned out by the Blessed Shield. And the Vala's going to end up falling to the Sylvanas and the Tassadar.
The Sylvanas actually fully split off from the fighter to try to take out the Vala there. Really good job by her.
Yeah, and this is going to put this as a 5v4 right now for this next set of mines. Zagar actually going straight in, just going to try and take these bigger camps really quick before she probably inevitably get picked off. But we're going to have to break the Nexus, maybe do a wraparound here.
Yeah, looks like it. Maybe the Zagara is even gonna stay and try to initiate something with a more.
A chunk of skulls though, and this is just kind of a defense. We've actually got 2 people backing off.
2 people backing off, 2 staying around the bottom entry still. Not starting to move for me. I don't know how much we're apart. 2 or 3 seconds, I think.
Maybe, but more still, the Tassadar's going to end up falling here.
Tassadar, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, as you say, a bit of an odd decision to choose to back off and split up. The Sundering comes out from the Thrall here. The Devouring Maw landing on 2, and it's going to be another 2 dead heroes as all 5 of Break the Nexus are here. Chaosm dies, Johanna's going to fall.
Meanwhile, the Reyna's trying to solo the siege camp here.
Really weird decision to do that.
Should actually back off to clear the catapults.
Yeah, there is 4 there. It's kind of scary, but they managed to get 29 skulls. That's not too bad. They can still recover from this, but they need all 5 of them alive. They need preemptive shields on the core, and Tassadar actually went with Archon instead of Force Wall. I'm not too sure how much I like that. Especially with the fact that Chaosm went 7-sided strike as well. But yeah, they need to fully defend this.
Maybe it's just a precautious thought from him to just try to burst the golems more down with his Archon.
Yeah, might work out a lot, but we're going to have Break the Nexus. They fully backed off, full health and mana, and they're just going to, march forward to help push with this golem.
Let's see.
And we actually have a mule come out for Morales as well, so that mule's doing so much work in the bottom lane. This golem is not going to really do anything against them. It might take it down.
This is one of the only maps where Mule is really a core talent.
Yeah, we're going to have a really good Sundering splitting off the team there. The Reyna's going to die immediately because of that, really. Arthas receives the Syndone this time. Maybe a bit of a misclick, but it's not going to be too much. The 7-side strike coming down, Tassadar's shields, so the Morales shield's coming down. Doing a lot of work. That's Morales doesn't have shields. Stone Skin! There we go.
Oh.
But the core falling nice and fast. Good Devouring Maw blocking out the team of Morse Tour, and Break the Nexus going to take game number 1.
Really well played by them. Even more surprising that Morse Tour couldn't pull off the 2 sick picks here in the Sylvanas and Tassadar together.
Yeah, I mean they had to know how to make it work. It's well enough saying that Sylvanas and Tassadar are really good on this map, but they just didn't quite execute why they're good on this map. And yeah, they're going to lose that game number 1. Move on to game number 2 in this best of 2.